Hello there and welcome back to part 2 video of Pythagoras theorem. This is Sachin sir and let's begin with exercise 48, question number 2 of it. Question says in triangle PQR, angle P is given 90 degree, length of side PQ and PR is given to me and I need to find length of side QR. Very first, let's begin with drawing of the triangle first of all. The triangle is QPR where angle P is 90 as you can see on the screen, and the required details are mentioned in the diagram. Very first, this triangle is right angle triangle because one angle is 90 degree. So side opposite to that 90 degree angle, that is QR, will be considered as hypotenuse and I need to find the length of that hypotenuse. Whenever the term hypotenuse or right angle triangle is utilized, the first name that must pop up in your mind should be Pythagoras theorem. Isn't it right? Yes. So here we go with the Pythagoras theorem to get the required answer. For Pythagoras theorem, we begin the formula by writing hypotenuse at first, right? So over here QR is hypotenuse, so I'm going to write QR square, that is hypotenuse square, is equal to sum of squares of remaining two sides, that is remaining two sides are QP square and PR square. So PR square plus QP square will be the remaining part of that formula. Next step is to substitute the values as per the question. We need to find QR square, so let it be X square, and PR square will be 10 square and QP square equal to 24 square. Okay. After this, as you know that multiplying a number with itself is nothing but squaring the number. So 10 square is nothing but 10 into 10, that gives the answer 100, and 24 square will give you the answer 576. Add it, the answer will be 676, and the next step is always to find the square root of the number that is there after the addition, right? If you know the squares and square root, you will definitely know that 676 is the square root of 26, and that makes my answer x equal to 26, and that means side QR is nothing but 26 centimeter. Without fail, write the final answer along with the proper unit. Okay, so here we go with the next question, that is question number 3 on the screen. Again, question is about right angle triangle where angle M is 90 degree, the length of side LM and LN is given to me, and I need to find the length of side MN. As angle M is 90 degree, as we know that side opposite to 90 degree, that is LN presently over here, is nothing but hypotenuse. That hypotenuse is given to me and I need to find one of the perpendicular sides of that triangle. Okay, again right angle triangle is there, means Pythagoras theorem must be utilized. Okay, according to Pythagoras theorem, we begin the formula by writing hypotenuse first. Over here hypotenuse is ln. I had also given you one shortcut to write to identify hypotenuse in the triangle. As angle M is 90 degree, we are going to remove that letter from the name of the triangle. Once you remove that letter M from the name of the triangle LMN, we are left with LN, right? So that LN will be the hypotenuse, and so my formula will be LN square equals to LM square plus MN square. In this question, we are supposed to find the one of the perpendicular side. So my 4 steps will be, very first I'm going to substitute the value. Okay, after that I'm going to make the square, then do the subtraction, whatever the answer you get of the square. Okay, after that whichever the answer you get as a subtractions, okay, as a difference, you have to find the square root of it, and there you get the final answer there, right? So over here my first step will be writing formula, that is done. Substitute the value, it is done again. Next step, we have to square it. So 20 square is nothing but 400 and 12 square is nothing but 144, right? The remaining part will be written as it is. The next step will be subtraction. Subtraction of which numbers? 400 and 144, right? The rules of equation in one variable. After this, the moment you do subtraction, 400 minus 144, you get the answer how much? Any guesses? Yes, of course, it is 256. The moment you get this answer 256, I always told you, in Pythagoras theorem, whenever you apply the formula to get the final answer, we have to do this square root of the number that you come across. That is, over here 256 is equal to x square. That means I need to find the square root of 256. Only then I'll get the value of x. So over here, under root 256 equal to x, and again, if you know the square roots and squares from 1 to 25, you can easily find that 256 is the square of 16, right? So my value of x will be 16 and final answer will be mn equal to 16 centimeter. Of this exercise is very special question. The question says, the top of the ladder of a length 15 meter reaches a window 9 meter above the ground. What is the distance between the base of the wall and the ladder? Always read the question carefully. Over here, if you summarize the question, you will come to know that the length of ladder is given to me and the height from which the window is present in the wall. Okay, that height is given to me. Okay, so two things are given. Always keep it in mind, boys and girls, whichever the thing, okay, standing erect on the earth's surface, they are always perpendicular to the earth's surface. Okay, that means if a wall, see, it has to be erect first of all. Okay, the wall is erect, in a erect position on the earth's surface or on the land. So we can say that angle made by that wall and the earth's surface is nothing but right angle. Okay, and once the ladder is kept, that makes right angle triangle. So here we go with the right angle triangle, where name of the triangle is QPR. QP will make the wall. Q is nothing but the position of window. Okay, R is the base of the ladder, and I need to find the distance PR. The length of ladder is already given to me, that is 15 meter, and length of the way I told you, the height of window from the ground surface, okay, is nothing but 9 meter. The moment you keep ladder, the triangle is formed. So I have chosen triangle QPR, and why it is 90 degree? Because anything which is in erect position on a surface always make 90 degree angle with the earth surface. Okay, so here we go with the Pythagoras theorem again, right, to find the value of PR. According to Pythagoras theorem, we always begin the formula with the hypotenuse. So over here QR is the hypotenuse, so we are going to write QR square equals to QP square plus PR square. Substitute the value, we get the answer 15 square equal to 9 square plus x square. Observe the details specially. Next step is finding the squares of the number which are present in the value, right? So 15 square is nothing but 225, 9 square is nothing but 81, and x square will remain as it is. The next step, I know that you know it very clearly, subtraction. Yes, exactly. So 225 minus 81 and x square will remain as it is. The answer to subtraction is nothing but 144, and to get the final answer I must find the square root of 144. Boys and girls, keep it in mind, we must learn the squares of numbers from 1 to 25. That will be very helpful for you to get the answers for this lesson particularly. So what we get answer? 12 equals to x, and my final answer, you have to write with the proper unit and statement. Distance of a ladder from the base is nothing but 12 meter. And now boys and girls, next thing that we must understand is Pythagorean triplet. So exactly what does it mean, Pythagorean triplet? A group of three natural numbers in which square of the biggest number is equal to the sum of the square of the other two numbers, then that group of three numbers is called as Pythagorean triplet. What does it mean exactly? आपको तीन नंबर दिए जाएंगे, उन तीन नंबर में एक नंबर सबसे बड़ा होगा, ठीक है, उस बड़े नंबर का स्क्वायर निकालना है मुझे. फिर क्या करना है, बाकी के जो दो नंबर है, ठीक है, उनका भी स्क्वायर निकाल के प्लस करना है. अगर उनका एडिशन प्लस करने के बाद ऑफकोर्स जो भी आंसर है वो आंसर और बड़े वाले नंबर का स्क्वायर अगर दोनों सेम हो गए या दोनों मैच हो गए तो हम उसे बोलते हैं पाइथागोरियन ट्रिपलेट. व्हाट आई एम गोना डू, आई एम गोना फाइंड द स्क्वायर ऑफ द बिगेस्ट नंबर, देन आई एम गोना फाइंड the sum of square of remaining two numbers in that group. Means first of all we have to do the square and then we have to add it. That answer of the addition, okay, and the answer of the square of the biggest number, if they are matching with each other, if they are same, then we say those three numbers are Pythagorean triplet. So for instance, these three numbers 9, 12 and 15, we will check whether they are Pythagorean triplet or not. So as per our way, what I'm going to do, I'm going to find the biggest number first of all and I'm going to do square of it. Okay, so among these three, 15 is the biggest number presently over here, right? So find the square of it, we get the answer 225, correct? Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to find the sum of square of the remaining two numbers. Okay, so 9 square plus 12 square, first of all we will do square and then we have to add it. So 9 square is 81 and 12 square is 144, right? And if you add it you get the answer 225. Now observe this, number 1 it is 225, number 2 again it is 225. As these two are matching or these two are equal with each other, we can say 15 square in short is equal to 9 square plus 12 square. And if this condition arises, if it is equal to each other, okay, then we can say this 9, 12 and 15 are Pythagorean triplet. If these things are not matching, then we cannot say they are Pythagorean triplet. And for a better understanding, check out these sums first of all. Suppose we are given with these three sides and now we have to identify whether they are Pythagorean triplet or not. So how to do it? Let's solve this one now today. This procedure includes two steps. Very first, among these three sides, we have to choose the longest side and then find the square of it. So over here we have 17 as the longest side and the square of it is 289. And the second step of it includes sum of square of remaining two sides, that is side 1 square, that is 8 over here, and side 2 square, that is 15 over here. So what we get? We get again 289. Yes, and if these two steps, these two steps means longest side square and the sum of square of remaining two side are equal to each other, then of course we can say 8 square plus 15 square, that is sum of square of two sides, and 17 square, that is the square of longest side, are equal. Then these three sides are nothing but Pythagorean triplet. It means that we can make a right angle triangle using these three sides. So let's solve one more question. If sides given to us are 9, 40 and 41, then my first step includes square of longest side, that gives us 1681, correct? Now the second step includes square of sum of square of remaining two sides, correct? So we have side 1 square plus side 2 square as 9 square and 40 square. So what do we get it? After adding them again we get same number, right? And if these two numbers are same, then we can say that from 1 and 2 this is nothing but Pythagorean triplet. So let's try to another question. Here longest side is 40, so 40 square is nothing but 1600, and sum of square of remaining two side is nothing but 20 square plus 30 square. But over here presently now we do not get these two first step and second step same, so we have to write not equal to sign and then we have to state that it is not a Pythagorean triplet. Yes, I hope so you have understood, guys. Don't forget that these include two steps. First step we have to find the square of longest side, and the second step we have to find the sum of square of remaining two sides. If they are equal, then they are Pythagorean triplet, and if these two steps are not equal, then they are not Pythagorean triplet. Yes, so now it's your turn to solve the sum. Okay, so this is sum given to you. Three sides are 12, 15 and 11. So do not forget to write the answer in the comment box. I'll be waiting for you. Stay tuned.